What is going on, everyone? Platinum Beast coming at you with yet another video. Today we're going to be talking about the election in Georgia. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, guys, so it is Tuesday, election day. Now, a lot of you are probably, in fact, 49 states are saying election. We already voted in November. Yes, that is right, but I am a Georgia voter. So what that means is I had to go out to the polls again. I had to drag my sorry butt out to the polls to vote in the dang election again. And I had the luxury of not escaping political ads for the past, 3 months almost. 2 months maybe. Yeah. So there's that. But I want to talk about the election, and I want to talk about my thoughts on it and everything of that nature. I first want to say that this is not going to be a political video. I'm not going to pick a side and just talk about that. I'm just going to talk about precious metals and my thoughts. Now, first and foremost, I want to give a shout out to my good buddy, Silver Britches. I kind of was inspired to do this video by one of his recent videos, and I want to give credit where credit is due. And he talked about how he voted, and he is one of my Georgia brothers in the stacking community. Now, he lives far away from me. I've never really met him in real life, but he's still in my state, and that gets bonus points from me. So definitely go check him out if you haven't. I don't know why you wouldn't have. He has a lot of followers. So he's a really cool guy, though, and I wanted to give him credit where credit is due. But today I want to talk about the Georgia election because we went out and voted in the great old Peach State, for the candidates that we chose to support. Now, I want to talk a little bit about that because even though it is just a Georgia state election, it has nationwide consequences, right? So if the election goes one way, it gives total control to one single party for the most part, hold for the Supreme Court. If it goes the other way, then the control is split, and Congress and the presidency and all the branches of government will have to figure out how they get along with one another. Now, that is beneficial for everyone. Of course, most people sit on one side of the political spectrum, but a split political spectrum creates an environment where people have to get along and compromise and figure out things together. And that's really the way the Founding Fathers wanted it to be. That's why they set it up so strategically to where, for the most part, a single party does not have total control. Now, I know historically there has been moments where a single party has had total control. So, obviously, it's not exactly 100% perfect, but enough with talking about American politics and government system. Basically, what I want to talk about today is the impact that the election may or may not have on precious metals. Now, today is a very good day for my favorite metal, which is platinum, because we are over the $1,100 range, which is amazing because I paid $930 for this Eagle with premium. So, yeah. I bought this Eagle when spot was about $800, $850 maybe, and I paid $930 for it, and I've already made $200 on it. So, who cares about premium? But what I want to talk about today is, how it may impact the outcome of precious metals. Now, I want to mention that this is probably most likely a short-term thing. So, if Biden gets control of everything in the government and his party has total control over everything, in my opinion, I think stocks will go down, precious metals will go up. I think people will be uncertain about what is going to be implemented in government, what kind of regulations and rules and taxes and things of that nature. And I think they're going to be concerned about how the economy will look. Now, if Biden does not get control of all three branches of government, I think the stockholders will feel a little bit more comfortable knowing that there is a balance of power in the United States government. And I think with that, they realize that, sure, Biden might try to pass some things that they might not benefit them all the way, but most likely it will be just small things. Nothing major will happen under a divided government, which is a good thing. That's a good thing. That's why it was set up the way it was, like I talked about. So the election can go one of two ways. Now, it is a tight election in Georgia. We have a law that only one other state shares with us, and that is the state of Louisiana, where if one candidate does not receive 50% of the vote in a Senate election, then it goes to a runoff. And unfortunately, the third party in Georgia stole away just enough votes from, I guess, both sides to create a 49 point something versus 49 point something in one of our Senate elections. The other one was a given because it was an open primary, so there's no way anybody was really going to get 50%. But in the main Senate election, it was a surprise to everyone to see that law would be implemented and the third party would shake things up so much that we would need a runoff. Now, there will be a 50% this time. There will be someone with 50% because there's only two candidates on each side or in each Senate race. So because of that, we will know who will be our senators. Now, again, in the short term, I think if Biden gets control, precious metals go up, stocks go down. In the short term, if Biden does not get control, precious metals either hold steady or maybe even dip a little bit because people are a little more comfortable, and stocks go up. Historically, stocks go up, precious metals go down, precious metals go up, stocks go down because we all know that, precious metals are very much a run for the hills asset. People want to cash out their stocks, buy precious metals, find some mountain to live in and hide away, or whatever. That's not really how it works, but generally speaking, that's how people's minds kind of work. And so I think that's what's going to happen. Now, I'm not going to say who's going to win, who's going to lose, because I have no idea, to be honest. But I did go out and vote and do my part. And I think everyone should go out and vote and do their part when the time comes in your state. So, yeah, I think precious metals, I think they'll go up. Well, I think they might continue going up. Again, it all determines. But if it doesn't go the way Biden would like it to go, I think that precious metals may go down a little bit and stocks may go up. Now, I want to mention something really quick. So, this is, again, only for the short term. And what I mean by that is there will be a short-term swing, one way or the other, and then it'll kind of balance out. And then it may go back up again, which is usually how it happens. If we take a look at what happened last March, precious metals went, and then they slowly went back up, and then they blew up, right? They blew up way past where they ever were in recent times. And I think that has a lot to do with stimulus and the government printing money and all kinds of things of that nature. So, we may never see sub 20 silver, sub 1,000 platinum, 1,500 gold ever again. We may not. I am not sure. If you take a look at the spot price over time in history, you'll notice every time one of these metals has gone skyrocketing, it hasn't come down to its pre-skyrocket levels. It has come down quite a bit, but it usually holds a little higher than it ever was before the skyrocket. So that's something to keep in mind. Sub 20 silver might not exist anymore. $1,500 gold might not exist anymore, and sub 1,000 platinum might not exist anymore. We don't really know what the future holds. But all in all, guys, I just want to kind of mention in closing that you should definitely always go vote, no matter what the election is, because, you know, it's important. And also, don't panic, regardless of what the outcome is, right? As most of y'all know, if you've seen my other videos, I'm a man of faith. So I put my faith not in the government, but in God. So even if you aren't someone who has the same beliefs as me, it still probably isn't the best idea to put your full faith into just another human being or a government system or party or whatever. So don't panic, right? If it goes up, don't panic and sell your car and buy precious metals. If it goes down, don't panic and sell your precious metals because you don't want to lose any more money. Just kind of ride it out. You know, if you have a little bit of extra money, it doesn't hurt to pick up a little bit. Just throw it in the deep stack and let it be. But yeah, guys, I just kind of wanted to talk about my thoughts on the election and everything of that nature. I think it will have an impact depending on which side it goes. I think there will be a swing later this week if we find out the election results in a timely manner. But yeah, it's definitely interesting times for sure. You know, this election is just a carryover from 2020. I'm not counting it as part of 2021. You know, 2020 was so bad. It's like someone who's smoking, right? They've been smoking and they leave and you come in and you're like, hey, it smells like smoking here. Why? Because they were smoking and the smell still lingers a little bit. But hopefully 2021 will just be done with all this stuff. No matter what happens, everything is going to be okay and the world will continue to move on. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video today. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thank you to all my loyal followers. Thank you to any new people. Welcome to my channel. And with all that being said, guys, until next time, we will see you.